First off, rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
Y'all thought we was gonna be late. Nah, we actually 10 minutes early. You know what I mean? Hey, keep you on your toes, keep you on the toes, keep guessing. That's why we are the 3-Man Weave, 3-Man Weave podcast, to be exact. I am your host, AJ, you know, the hostess with the mostest. And who I got with me today?
Y'all already know who it is, your boy Hill. And Hill gonna heal regardless, baby. Let's get it.
So we got a special guest today, but before we get into that, let them know where they can find us here.
You catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Let's get it.
All right, you know, burnt my taste buds off a little bit. So now go. I guess it's only right that we go ahead and get into this thing. We got a very special guest, a 3-Man Weave Fantasy Football League veteran, one of our guys, a great podcaster in his own right, Mr. Jaylen Bess, baby. What's going on, big dog?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? Introduce yourself. You know, we want to hear a little bit about yourself and where they can find you.
Well, you know, it's your boy Jay Bess. You know, I got a Straight to the Point podcast that can be found on YouTube and IG right now. We're still growing, so trying to get to all major platforms, just like 3-Man Weave. But I'm new to the game. I'm a little young pup. These are the vets right here, so I'm gonna let them show me how it's done today.
You know it. So
we ain't gonna show you no act right to this episode, but maybe when football season come back around, you know, y'all get y'all Steelers and Bengals beef going. You know, we had to show you that. But right now, we'll keep it simple. We'll keep it cool, calm, and collected. And let's get right into it.
Man, this weekend's festivities, man. It's our lack thereof. The NBA All-Star game. It was in Indianapolis. And I don't even know if I can say it was met with mixed reviews. I feel like it's been highly criticized, as you can see here. Scott Van Pelt said it's really simple. If you don't care, neither do we. And that is in response to the players, because apparently it's the players' fault that NBA All-Star Weekend is what it is, and it's not very exciting. So Jaylen, let's start off with your thoughts, man. So what do you think about the NBA All-Star Weekend as it currently stands?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think it can be fixed. I think it's something that's completely broken. All right. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how they can at least go 50%, right? 75%, you know, show some effort. But I was an athlete not too long ago, and I don't know how to go 50% or 75%. It's either 100 or it's nothing, or it's like we've been getting, right? But Donald, how would you feel if on Sunday Anthony Davis or LeBron James got hurt and they was out, let's say half the rest of the season or even the rest of the season? How would you feel about that?
I'll be pissed.
Very. In an all-star game, right?
Yes.
So to me, I feel like I've been seeing a lot more injuries as of late in football and basketball. It's more frequent. It's been a lot of injuries. So to go out there and get hurt, to me, that would make me real mad. And I think that would upset the fans of any franchise, right? If LeBron out for half the rest of the season, then the Lakers are cooked. You best believe that. Same goes for Dallas. Same goes for Golden State with Luka and Steph. So I think it's one of them situations where they just got to do what they've been doing. Because if they go hard and they get hurt, then that's a whole nother issue. And I think that's bigger than this right now. One more thing I want to say. I watched a show called First Things First, right? And Nick Wright, he said that when we judge players, do we ever talk about all-star appearances? Like, do we really care about the all-star game? So because when we judge players, we don't really bring up the All-Star game. Players don't really care about the All-Star game. You feel me? They really care about the ring. Because that's all we talk about is who got the most rings, who got this, the most success, right? So players not going to go hard in the All-Star game, and I just feel like it's broken.
And that's one of the things that I've always said. The media has done a lot of this stuff to themselves by making it all about rings. They've basically taken away the journey. They make it seem like, hey, you either have it, you either are this to be considered, or everything else that you did doesn't matter. Because now you hear, like, when we've always talked about how corny it is for Shaq to always be out there talking to Charles about, but you ain't got no rings, Chuck. But you ain't got no rings, Chuck.
Yeah.
But when Charles Barkley was one of the most dominant players of his time, and at the time he was undersized doing what he was doing, winning MVPs, one of the biggest, one of the best scorers in the league, rebounders, all of that. But we just put so much emphasis on the rings, and now again, it only makes it okay. That's the sole focus. That's the sole goal. And to me, just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, this is why I don't think it's going to be able to be fixed, because again, it's an all-star week. Like, it's an all-star game. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be lighthearted. I'm not gonna go out there and play like it's game 7, because guess what? If I go out there and play like it's game 7 and I roll my ankle, and now I won't be able to play for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks or whatever the case may be, and that may hurt my chances of that. No, why would I do that? Like, yes, you want to put the onus on the players, but again, I've always said it's not just always on the players that take some of this emphasis and some of the excitement out of some of these things, because of, again, I'll get to it another bit, but why would I go 100% and this don't matter? We always talk about, the fans be voting and this and that, and Yao Ming can lead the votes, and he ain't even been in the league for how many years or whatever the case may be. Certain players cannot even be playing, and they can make it. It's pointless. It's just a fan thing. So, like, that's what it is. Like, it's pageantry. Like, and just like you said, you an athlete. Like, I'm sorry, when I watch all-star games, Pro Bowl, stuff like that, I'm not going to see crunch time stuff. Like, I'm just going to see the fun stuff. I'm going to see people have fun. I'm going to listen to the mic'd up. I'm going to see stuff like, Chad Ochocinco try and get a pass, throw a pass to somebody. Mac Jones do the gritty. I'm trying to see Damian Lillard just, all right, we about to have a logo, contest. Maybe somebody's going, they're going to go one versus one and go back and forth. But I'm not trying to see somebody in here playing lockdown defense. Like, it's an all-star game, guys. If you want to see extreme high-level competition, the playoffs are coming. The playoffs are coming.
But I agree with both points you have made. I have nothing to add towards that. I do want to expound on this though. Like, I keep hearing, but they go hard and they pick up games over the summer. When we see him at the Blacktop in New York, the Chris Brickley joint, when we see everybody there, or we see him in UCLA and LA, or all the runs that they go on, they going hard and they playing, and it's the off season, and it's like, okay, why y'all going hard here? And this is free. This is nothing. No cameras here. Nothing. No incentive. But in the All-Star game, like, you can't give us nothing. So when people said that, I was kind of like, okay, that's a good point. I have no rebuttal for that. So I'm trying to get some. Okay, that's what I'm asking. I'm trying to hear some insight on why.
So to me, they're not in those summer things. Like, I also could tell they're not going 100%.
They ain't going 100%. But they showing up going harder than
they're going hard
negative 25%.
But because that's off season, that's preparation, getting ready for the season. So they're trying to get there and get that's training. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of it, and that's to get them to the season. That's some of the stuff where you can kind of test some of your stuff out against current NBA players, some other guys that you may come across, and just to kind of see where you at in your conditioning, some of your moves and stuff like that. When you in the season now, you in the season, you see where you kind of at. Like, you've been in the swing of things. Mm-hmm. Your condition is there. So now, yes, I would much rather get hurt while I'm trying to get to my 100% best and preparing for my season than be in my season trying to just, have a little, an exhibition game for advertising dollars. And then next thing you know, I'm out for an extended period of time. You get what I'm saying? So to me, that's why you may see me go harder in the offseason than you see me going in a mid of the season all-star game, because I'm here now. I'm in it. So I'm not trying to jeopardize it unless it matters. To me, you like, I'm training. So I like we've seen people pop stuff, like, pop a hamstring and training and stuff and all of that, because you are in preparation trying to get to game shape. I'm here. I'm in game shape. Like, this is just a fun weekend.
So should they have the All-Star game be after the championship, or why don't they do it afterwards? This is Miss King asking us this question.
To me, I mean, it would actually that would, to me, honestly, be a little bit better than to have it middle of the season, and you could do it kind of like you do, with the NFL a little bit. If you have it before or after, put it somewhere fun. Please don't send these guys to Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Have it somewhere fun, like the guys, like when guys actually used to want to go to the Pro Bowl when it was in Hawaii. It was because you would always hear them say it was like a free vacation. You could take your family. It was like a free vacation, like right after the season and stuff like that. And you can kind of just wind down and stuff like that. And it still wasn't strenuous. So do the same thing. Send there, like, make it a free vacation, make it in Hawaii and stuff like that. And do that. I don't know if it will fix it, but maybe some people will actually be like, all right, cool, season over. If something happens, then maybe I can, do a little bit. And to me, why is everybody so shocked? Why is everybody so shocked that these players aren't playing in the All-Star games when y'all have been complaining about them playing in regular season games and load management? why are we so shocked?
I don't get it, man. This trend has been going on for a while, and I've been conditioned. I've been used to it. Like I said, even when I was growing up, like I say, everybody would talk about, and I get it. The Kobe clip is resurfacing every year now about the All-Star game used to be competitive. I'm like, bro, I love you to death. I love Kobe to death, bro. Y'all didn't compete till the fourth quarter. It was like an unwritten rule.
Bro, exactly.
Like,
everybody
got that one quarter though.
Right. Everybody's talking about, they almost scored 200 points. But if you go back and look at some of these others, like, they were scoring in the 150s, 160s, and then they made the rule where, like, for a while where you had to win by a certain amount, first team to this, amount. So then, yeah, of course you're gonna see a lot of points. And the whole NBA was designed to, like this era of the NBA was designed around more points, especially with the threes and analytics. So why are we so shocked now we seeing more points in? Again, y'all say they don't play no defense in the regular season.
So now
all of a sudden you want them to play defense in the All-Star game? I'm so confused.
They want the 04 Pistons back.
Yeah, but to just say something for Miss King, what she said about moving the All-Star breaks after the season. I think the All-Star break is in a good spot because 82 games is a lot, right? And I've even said a couple of times that I think 82 is a little too much. But to put it right kind of in that middle is a good spot. But what would you do with that week or that week and a half, whatever it is, if you move the All-Star game to after the season? So I think we got to keep it there just for that break for players to kind of get off their feet a little bit. But I just don't think you can fix it. I think it's just something that we got to get used to. And remember, after Kobe passed, remember they in the fourth quarter, they added 24 points to the winning team, and they said whoever gets there first, right? I think that rule was cool because in the fourth quarter, you kind of had to turn up a little bit to win, but they dropped that. I don't know why. I thought they should have kept that. I thought that was a pretty good rule to kind of keep the competitiveness there, but they dropped it. So
they tried everything. Like they implemented rules. They switched the East to West. They made they had captains. They did everything to try to fix a non-competitive game. It, like you said, like y'all keep saying, it's nothing that we can do. Like, so at this point, just don't watch it. I didn't watch nothing. Like,
bro, I didn't. Only thing I watched was the celebrity game, and that was by accident because I got home and turned the TV on. I'm like, oh, it's All-Star weekend.
Now, this is that's one of the points that I wanted to make. I did like the Steph versus Sabrina shootout, though. I hope they keep that. Now, what I think that they should do, since they really not playing defense or they don't really care, this is the best time to try to promote the WNBA. The WNBA All-Stars, I know they league don't ain't the same time, but whoever was All-Star the previous year, you get to play in this game too.
You know what Smokey Mama said? Make it enough. So guess what? Hey WNBA, make your All-Star break coincide with the NBA All-Star break. And guess what? Let's do a co-ed run.
Yeah.
Do a co-ed run. Make it a co-ed skills competition, make it a co-ed 3-point contest.
Yep.
And then for the dunk contest, guess what? Bring in guys who care, bring in amateurs and stuff like that. We've seen tons of stuff, thrown around, and we can get to this. This a one-on-one tournament. Nobody's gonna play. Nobody's really gonna truly play a one-on-one tournament unless, guess what? You actually let it be a place where dudes can settle some issues.
But
if Chris Paul could call out Rondo, all right, well, Rondo might be in some trouble. If Nurkic and Draymond can play one-on-one, stuff like that, then hey, I'm down for that. But I'm not just about to, watch just a one-on-one tournament, because guess what? Y'all just gonna complain about it like y'all complaining about the All-Star game.
But you was on to something though. Like say we have a new rivalry in the making with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Anthony Edwards. Boom, y'all headlined the first one.
Exactly.
Let's set the tone. Y'all young, so and all y'all want to do is hoop anyway. Let's go.
But you gotta make it compelling. You gotta give us a storyline.
That's the storyline. That's right.
I'm saying that I'm in agreement with you. What I'm saying is the NBA just can't be just pairing people together. You better be able to make it compelling.
It should
give us the matchups we want to see.
It should only be the younger stars though. Like I get it. Like I don't care about seeing LeBron and KD at this point. Like I know it'd be hype. And maybe they want to do it just to do it. But like I said, I don't care at this point. I want to see Anthony Edwards, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I just lost it. But they the ones I want to see. Stuff like that.
But to that point, like a lot of people knock the slam dunk contest because the stars aren't in it. A lot of people had problems with LeBron not being in the dunk contest, with John Morant not being in dunk contest, Anthony Edwards. So for me, I honestly would like the King of the Court idea. Especially over the dunk contest. I would take it.
Bro, was Desmond Mason a star?
Was Spud Webb a star?
Was Jason Richardson a star?
No, it was a star because of the dunk contest.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
exactly.
You do some quality dunks. Damn it, we care. That's what we care about. Like we didn't care, but it was a long list of people that weren't stars that participated in the dunk contest and gave us quality dunk contest.
Made a name for themselves.
And that's how you make a name for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Gerald Green. Come on, man. Like Aaron Gordon want no star.
At all.
And now they keep breaking his name up as far as that. Zach LaVine ain't done nothing fit.
Derrick Jones. All he could do was jump.
That's all he could. Did he win it?
I don't know if he could win it, but that's all he was doing.
And the most memorable dunk that I remember, like this will forever play in my head, is when Blake Griffin jumped over that car back. I don't know what year that was, but to me, that will stick in my head. That's why I've never really been a fan of the dunk contest, because it just don't wow me the way that, like, I'd rather watch the 3-point contest than the dunk contest.
And
but I think that like I said, the fact that I'm still thinking about what Blake Griffin did 10 years ago, let y'all know that I'm not really for the dunk contest, but 3-point contest will always be competitive, and I think that's one of the best events we have.
But that leads more into your points about the stars, because once again, Blake Griffin was a number 1 overall pick. He was a star, so of course you want to see him, Zion, John Morant. Of course we want to see them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't want to see them, but I am saying Just find somebody that can do quality dunks. So like you said, let's just get rid of it. Let's do something else. Like
And one of
let's do
my
something else.
one of my ideas that I had is because it's one of the things that I've always enjoyed was the McDonald's All-American game. They always had a dunk contest, and that was one of the places where I would kind of start seeing some of the young guys coming up. But even in the McDonald's All-American game, I stopped watching that game because again, it was an all-star game. You know what you expect to see in an all-star game. But one of the things that they should do, let some of the McDonald's All-Americans who would participate in the McDonald's All-American game participate in the dunk contest All-Star weekend, because guess what? That's how you get familiarized with the masses, especially in this social media age. You can kind of really start getting your name out there. And guess what? If you go into college, or if you go into the G League Ignite, or Overtime Elite, stuff like that, it depends on where you go, and you can either get a stipend, or if you go to college, you can get an NIL deal.
Speaking of the G League, they tried something with the Rising Stars game. They had the G League versus the Rising Stars, and the G League beat the brakes off the Rising Stars because they cared about the game, because they in the G League.
They want to get to the league.
Yeah. So it's like
choice, yeah.
They don't have no choice. They got to showcase themselves. So once again, now everybody want to see the world versus the U.S. They want to see that give us bragging rights. No, it's not.
No, it's not. How many of these American NBA players really trying to win for USA?
Bro, did we not just see Luka and Jokic do nothing in the All-Star game? I mean, they look like they didn't want to be there. They look like they couldn't play basketball.
No. Did we not just criticize the USA in the FIBA championships? Oh, we got to send our best. We got to do that. Like, bro, they not finna do this on American soil in an NBA sponsored event for USA. No, just splitting them up in the NBA, like the USA versus the world in the All-Star game, ain't gonna make them play any different.
That was nasty.
That's almost like doing the draft. All you're doing is trying to separate the teams differently. Instead of doing conferences, now you want to do US versus world. Instead of doing, it's the same thing to me. So it's just you can't fix it. I'm sorry.
There's nothing we can do.
Just accept it, guys. Just accept it. Like what the NBA really has to do is they have to be creative in how they can figure out to put stuff around the game that's more interesting. That's all it's gonna come down to.
Well, whatever they try to do this year with the skills challenge, don't do that again, ever again.
Never.
That looked like
I didn't even watch it. I heard bad things about that.
That looked like a circus, bro. Like, don't do nothing. But even still, they didn't even take that serious. So I think to the point, and I'm not trying to be male chauvinistic or any of that. But if we start implementing way more WNBA players in these events, and they beating the brakes off you, like let's put it in the skills challenge, and Skylar Diggins just beat the brakes out of Tyrese Halliburton. It's like, all right, hold on, I may need to perform next year or next event. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm getting it. Like Sabrina, she hit the same amount of threes as Kat. Who else? There's some other. If
she was in a 3-point contest, she would have held it down.
So now I'm looking at it. Okay, cool. She in the 3-point contest. All right, I may not really care about this, but let me at least show up a little bit so I don't get embarrassed. And it's promotion at this point. That's all I'm saying.
And just do some fun stuff. Like everybody can play. The NFL Pro Bowl has a televised dodgeball game. Like, come on now, just whatever. Do whatever, dog. Bring back like an American gladiator style obstacle course or something. Something.
She did exactly what Dame did. Shoot from the same exact spot too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they can do some things that can actually help promote their league. Let's say at this point they should be trying to just promote, because we don't care about seeing y'all play, do nothing. Like,
to me, like, it wasn't a big difference between this year and last year, right? Like, I turned it on and I was like, man, it's trash. Turn it off. Almost like I did last year. But I did not think we'll be talking about this in sports media about how they not trying and how, because I feel like we've been seeing this for a while now. So what's the big issue, But
you know why we talking about this, bro? Because we have nothing to talk about. And that was the part. And I'm segueing now. This is the part that pissed me off about let LeBron James hypothetical trade to the Warriors. That's what pissed me off the most about that thing, because all the simple fact that they only talked about Bron going to the Warriors, like, oh, Bron going to the Warriors. The audacity of the damn Warriors to even think that y'all was good enough to even think y'all can pull off a trade. Y'all been worse than the Lakers for the past 2 seasons. Y'all lost to the Lakers in the playoffs last year. Y'all ain't been better than the Lakers at no point this year, and the Lakers have been on some losing streaks. The audacity of them to think that, oh, he should want to come here. Why? Who are y'all? Who the hell do y'all have to give up for LeBron James? Clay?
Yeah, that wasn't gonna work.
Huh?
But I thought you was about to take this argument somewhere else.
We can still go there. But I'm just looking at, because it was only a one-sided vantage point of, oh, Bron playing with Steph. I'm like, no, let's look at the audacity of them calling. Hang up.
Huh? I thought you was about to say the audacity of the NBA, because they ain't got nothing else to talk about to try and move this game until after, the football season is over. This is some shit that you need to have the divisional round of the playoffs or something like that, because this ain't nothing but bad publicity anyway. You need something to take this heat up off of you. People will still go because they can make a weekend out of it and, do all of that, because, football tickets expensive, especially playoff tickets. Go ahead, make this the same weekend, a wild card weekend. God damn it! Because guess what? With wild card weekend football, ain't nobody talking about, hey man, the NBA All-Star week is trash. They need to change it. They need to do that. No, people gonna still go. They gonna show up. They gonna have their fun. You still get your advertisers and whatever the case may be. And you could even put it at a time where it's not competing with NFL games and stuff like that. But it's not gonna be the only thing people talk about on Monday. It's not going to be the first thing, because guess what? The first thing they're going to talk about when it comes to wild card weekend, divisional round weekend, conference championship weekend is the games. You might get, the last block of the thing. Oh, such and such won the dunk contest. All right, cool.
Back to the Cowboys.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the All-Star weekend to me is a cool thing. Like, I remember it was in Houston. Me and my family went to the All-Star experience that was at the little convention center and everything. So the weekend is cool itself. It's just the game and the dunk contest, stuff like that. It's just a bad look, honestly.
The fun, I want y'all to go to check all the sport, all the smoke Instagram page. Gilly was on there. They had Gilly on there, and he was like, he thoroughly enjoyed the All-Star game.
Yeah,
he was like, yo, Dame shooting from half court. That's what I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? So he gave you a fan perspective, and he's older than us.
So he's seen the other ones too.
He's seen every, the 90s, 2000, 2010s. He's seen all those All-Star games. He's been there. It's been to Philly. He's been there. He didn't probably hosted events. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say that he thoroughly enjoyed it, he was watching, because I guess at this point he understands what he's watching, and that's what we have to adjust at this point. We have to understand what we are watching. Like, people were still mad about the Pro Bowl. How y'all mad at the Pro Bowl when it's a contact sport? You can't fake a contact sport.
They playing flag football now.
Now they playing flag, and it's actually more interesting looking at them playing flag football.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, just mic everybody up. Let them have their fun. You got the coaches out. You try and get, interesting coaches and popular coaches and all of that stuff. Hey, and if that's the case, make the NBA All-Star game the celebrity game. Let the celebrities play with the All-Stars. God damn it. If we gonna do that, just make it fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
just make it fun.
For me, I love the Pro Bowl. I love the All-Star game, but I feel like I love my teams more. So yeah. I'm rocking with the Lakers. I love the Lakers more. I'm rocking with Steelers. We all know I'm diehard Steelers. I'm rocking with Steelers more. I care about my players' health more than anything. I'm surprised that wasn't the hottest topic this week. people saying that, well, they could get hurt. I didn't hear that a lot this week, surprisingly.
Absolutely.
But I gotta say it because I would be mad if AD went down on Sunday in an All-Star game nobody cared about, and now the Lakers season over.
I remember Tyler. I forget he hurt his ankle in the Pro Bowl, had to get off-season surgery, missed time to start the season, and then just wasn't right. Like
it's talk that Bron might not play in the game Wednesday. Or will we play Thursday, Wednesday, or Thursday? He might not play because he got an ankle injury.
See
what I'm saying?
Didn't Bron hurt his hand last year in the All-Star game?
Trying to dunk, right?
Yep.
Trying to block a shot. It was something with the net.
Yeah.
The finger caught the net. Yeah.
Bro, Kobe broke his nose before. Off a hit from D Wade. Now he Kobe, of course, he kept playing, but that was as bad as ever got, right? Because it's Kobe, he kept playing. But everybody else, like you say, like you said, it's more important.
But that's just like the dude going hard in the rec league and break somebody's nose. They're like, bro, what are you doing? Like, hey, get him out of here. Like,
yeah, don't get on the court.
Bro, get him out of here.
Every game 7 when I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know no other way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no 50%.
Until that Achilles start tightening up.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's 100%. That's the only thing that's gonna stop you. Oh man. So let's get we got no graphic, but let's get to these awards, man. It's mid-season. Who you got for MVP, Cody? Who you got for MVP? See what I'm saying? Get out of the way.
I feel like she gonna roll with me because I got Luka Doncic as my midway MVP. Look,
go ahead, man. I'm listening.
I'm about to tell you why too. My dog Luka is averaging 34, 9, and 9, right? And this is what I actually looked at. So I looked at the next 2 leading scorers. So he's the leading scorer in the league if we don't count Joel Embiid because he hurt. So he's the leading scorer in the league. If we look at Shea and Giannis, that's second and third, right? Shea is also 14th in assists per game. Giannis is 19th in assists per game, right? And those are your 2 and 3 leading scorers in the league. Look at the leading assist players in the league. Trae Young and Halliburton, right? Tyrese Halliburton. He's 12th in scoring and 34th in scoring. Luka is number 1 in scoring and number 3 in assists per game. Like he's not just filling the stat sheet up, but he is dominating in those 2 statistical spots. I don't know why you smiling at me like that, Donald, but I'm rocking with Luka.
Because I like it. I like it. That's why I'm smiling. But I'm gonna tell you why I disagree, but I do like it.
Yeah, I got you. And I feel like, to me, we're seeing these guys score so many points. But like I said, they not getting the job done in the assist column. We seeing these guys put up all these assists. They not getting the job done in the points column. Luka's doing both. He's doing both. And it's also a little favoritism because I like guys that fill up the stat sheet. I'm not just with the scores, right? Mm-hmm. That's never been me. Like, that's why LeBron's one of my favorite players because he's going to give you the points, the assists, and the rebounds. Same thing. If we go back in the day, I love Magic Johnson because what he was able to do with the assist and he can score as well. All right, so I'm going with Luka Doncic, the best player in the league, by the way.
AJ, the floor is yours.
All right, so you said we going off, the most valuable player, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said, Luka's not just filling up the stat sheet. Cool, but you named Giannis and you named Shea, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So for Giannis is, they're the 3 seed in the East. Shea, they're the number 2 seed. And so to me,
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, like we know Luka can score. Luka's gonna pass and all of that. But also, to me, I think Shea is the MVP right now because we've seen everything that he's doing and it's impacting winning. Yeah, you talk about you like guys who fill up the stat sheet. Yeah, but what kind of culture are we in? Are you winning?
Winning culture, you're right.
You have your team, the number 2 seed. You got one of the young teams and one of those young and up and coming teams that we've always talked about. And he's shown that he could do it consistently too, and he has been doing it consistently. And this is what he's propelled his team to. And if this is basketball. When we consider you the best player, we've seen it. Hey, we've seen LeBron be the best player on bad teams and take his teams to finals, to conference championship games, stuff like that. We've seen Giannis just say, "On my back, boys, I'm spread out. I'm going to the paint," and we've seen, and nobody's gotten in their way. If Luka's the best player in the league, I don't think he should be the 7th seed right now.
He shouldn't be, but that also goes to look at Shea roster. I want you to look at Giannis roster. I want you to look at Luka's roster. Now, y'all gonna say he played with Kyrie Irving. I've always thought that was a bad fit since day one. I don't think he needs a Kyrie Irving on his team. Kyrie is so ball dominant. So I need somebody that's gonna be elite off the ball because Luka's gonna have the ball the whole entire game. So I think that team, because of Kyrie, is not built for success like I wanted to be. Like losing Jaylen Brunson, to me, that hurt them a lot. And I'd rather Jaylen Brunson be with Luka than Kyrie. So I think that also is why they can't get the wins that they need to get, because to me, the roster is not built like it's supposed to be. The Thunder, they're pretty deep.
But you say, you felt like Jaylen Brunson was a better fit with Luka, but was Jaylen Brunson a good fit with Luka to be Jaylen Brunson? Because now without Luka by his side, Jaylen Brunson, he became that guy. And I get what you're saying. You feel like their roster isn't that good, and that they're not a good fit. But you got Kyrie Irving; he's almost averaging 30. You still got Spencer Dinwiddie. He's giving he was giving good buckets. Christian Wood. You got. It's not like their team is just bereft of talent.
Yeah, I'm not. Wait, hold on. Spence played with what's
I would say I know that, but I'm saying prior to.
No, what yeah. I think is it my turn yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Luka can win the MVP. They've been trying to give Luka the MVP for at least the last 3 seasons. But I do think right now, as of right now, the front runners, it should be a 3-person race between Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, and Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh.
Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking? It should be for those. They should be on the ones getting the media push, because with the injuries that the Cavs have, with the run that they went on, I think they went on a 16-1 run in the last month.
They did. Yeah.
Also, you got Anthony Edwards. They've been on the number 1 seed pretty much since the season started. Yeah. How many people predicted the Thunder to be this good? We knew Shai Alexander was good, but the team, from them to go from not making the playoffs consistently to now being the number 1 seed, like we see jumps like this, but this is a crazy jump in the West. They have everybody always prop up the West. Like, come on now. But I do think somebody said something earlier that definitely resonated with me. It was Jason Tatum. You mean to tell me you propped up winning, AJ? You be like, winning matters, right? Winning should matter. The number 1 player on the number 1 overall seed is not an MVP candidate. Jason Tatum, with Porzingis being out a lot of games, with Jaylen Brown missing games, and Jason Tatum being the consistent piece for this team, being the number 1. If they've been trying to give him the MVP for a while as well, just like they've been trying to give Luka the MVP for a while. Those two probably at the end will probably be neck and neck when it comes to. It kind of seemed like it's more so the James Harden MVP award time. It's like, okay,
yeah,
you supposed to win it last year, we get it, you supposed to win it a year ago, all right, it's your turn to get it now. It's your turn to get it now. That's how I feel that they're gonna do when it comes to Luka and Jason Tatum. But there's other people that should be involved in this MVP race.
Right. And so for me, the only because I named, like, I get what you're saying, the number 1 player on the number 1 team. The only reason why I didn't mention Jason Tatum and I went straight for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because pretty much up and down, Shai got Jason Tatum beat in every single category.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And to me, going for the number 1 seed and being the number 1 seed in the East, going to the number 2 seed in the West, to me, that's just a little bit splitting hairs, because he's right there. And by the end of it all, he could be there, within a couple, like they're just basically within a couple games of each other, so basically, like, I think the Celtics already have 40 wins. I think the Thunder have like
39.
Yeah, something like that. And so it's close enough. And then, like I said, with Shea basically like beating Jason Tatum and everything, I think except rebounds, I think that it's close enough for me to give it to Shea at this point in time, especially, even though we make fun of him, he still has Jaylen Brown on this team.
Yeah. So to piggyback off what you said, this is a winning culture now, right? It's all about winning. But to me, I feel like we got to be able to separate the two because, not to get off topic, but look at the NFL. Lamar Jackson just won MVP, but look at his stats. Was his stats equal to an MVP caliber year? I don't think so by a long shot, but his team was winning. Number 1 seed in the AFC, right? So I think that had a lot more to do with him winning than his individual performance. We're looking at the NBA. Remember the year Russ won MVP when he averaged triple-double. I don't think his team was a top 2, top 3 seed in the conference.
No.
But that's why I feel like we should get back to more. This is more of an individual award, and I feel like we're awarding the guys that their team is so great. But I got a guy down here that's putting up way better numbers than you are.
So real quick, just to jump in, I've said this before, and I actually, so like the reason why they gave Russ, I won't say they gave Russ that MVP, but I think the reason why Russ got that MVP that year over some of the guys on winning teams, it was because he had that round number. It was the averaging the triple double. But if you actually I think it was James Harden, like the numbers that James Harden was putting up was very, very similar to Russ. And I think he beat him in scoring, but it was because he had the round number. The triple double.
Yeah,
that's why he got it. And it was the award for the achievement.
Yeah, that was
the record.
That was something that we haven't seen since Oscar did it. And
yeah,
that was a while ago. And he still willed that team to the playoffs. That team was not good without Russ doing what he was doing. That was actual, MVP type of stuff. But most of the time, I get it. I hate being, number 1 seed, who the best player on the number 1 seed? Okay, that's the MVP. I do hate that. I'm not gonna be one of the ones and be phony and say I agree with but how they operate, because I definitely don't agree with it. But most of the time, it does add up. It does add up. Like, for example, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You're the number 1 seed in the West right now. You are the best player on this team. It makes sense. Anthony Edwards, you are the number 2 seed. Y'all are the Timberwolves, a team that was in the play-in last year. It makes sense. Now I get it. Now Donovan Wilson, Donovan Mitchell. I'm on some Cowboys for real. Donovan Mitchell, like I said, y'all been here since you got there. Y'all been a top 3, 4 seed. Since you got there, what have you done? So I get it to push back on him. But Jason Tatum, y'all been the number 1 seed forever. Come on, so I get it. But we're not gonna minimize it. And same thing, this ain't Luka's best year.
Yeah.
We've seen Luka do this before.
Yeah, but the only thing that hurt him in the past was him missing all them games with the injury.
But now that they actually made some change, some trade during the trade deadline that actually fit this team, like getting the Gafford, getting to go with Lively, to go get PJ Washington. Yo, they fit way better than Grant Williams.
Yeah.
And actually, him and Kyrie are actually balling together. Like they actually making this thing work. So they could propel themselves up in the seating. Like I said, he could win this thing.
The only reason, I just wanted to double check. Like, when you look at this OKC roster, out of their actual main contributors, Shea, he's the veteran. He's the only one over 25. Their second leading scorer, Jalen Williams, he's 22. You know what I'm saying? It's a young team, and he's really molding this team into not molding this team, but really carrying this team and being that guy at 25.
But the ascension of Jalen Williams is definitely helping.
Oh, of course.
You look at his stats from last year. He possibly could win most improved player by a landslide.
Oh, 100%.
And then like you say, they got Chet. and we can go to the rookie of the year consideration. He's not gonna win it, but his presence is definitely affecting what they doing. Like I say, Shea is doing what he does and what he been doing since he got to OKC. That's why they won the trade with him and the Paul George trade. They won that trade by a landslide to me.
Landslide. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That was that was
Also,
one of
I
those
believe,
trades where
I
they
believe the head coach is in consideration for coach of the year. So you compare, you can get a great coach with a young, good team. To me, I think that's a better situation than what's in Dallas. So that's why I say that. But I don't mind Shea winning it at all. Like if to me, it's Luka. My second pick was Shea.
Okay.
So if Shea win, I'm not mad at all. But I just think that Luka, to me, it's once again favoritism a little bit. Like I already told you, that's the best player in the league to me. That's my dog. I love dudes that fill up the stat sheet. But I just feel like we got to start awarding his greatness. It shouldn't take a championship for us to start awarding his greatness and what he's doing. Because you just said you compare Shea numbers to somebody else. Compare Luka numbers to everybody else. And to me, I think Luka got him beat by a landslide.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Miss King. Giannis can't do nothing for me to win the MVP. Giannis, Jokic, and be quite honest, I know Embiid was probably looking like the front runner before he got injured.
He was.
Because he was playing different. He was playing different. But some of them people they can't do it for me, bro. I need something new. Voter fatigue is real with me. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joel for sure. I think he was the front runner by far. He was averaging 35 a game, and it was looking so easy. Like just watching the Philly game, Joel was getting buckets however he wanted it. However he wanted it.
What was the next award?
I think you said Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, but we know when we gonna win that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think y'all got the same answer.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
It ain't even close.
Hey, look, I love it. I got some pushback on it. I love it. I wanted to pick AD, and to I do a little research, and I went and I looked at the odds, right, on who gonna win. AD like fifth, and Rudy is first, but it's such a big gap. It's such a hold on, it's a big gap. My vote is AD 100% because I watch the games and I see that if he's not under that rim for LA is cooked. They're toast. He is to me the best rim protector in the league, even over Rudy. But I read something and it said that Rudy has the best individual defensive rating on the team with the best defensive rating. So it's almost like the MVP, like you said, if you balling on the best team, he has the best defensive rating on the best defensive team. So I think it's going to go to him. But my vote, like y'all said, I got Anthony Davis.
Because, like I said, they are definitely, he's the catalyst. He's, like you say, he's definitely on the front line for their defense. And there's one of the reasons why Timberwolves are definitely in position that they are in. And like I say, that's what Rudy do. Rudy play defense.
That's all he do.
But he's won it before. I haven't told you I got voted. I got voted for T. I don't give a damn what he do. Like I say, AD. Let me hit his hating. Let me hit his hate. AJ. I know you don't want to give it to AD. You want to get it to everybody. You want to get it to Grayson Allen or somebody.
No, I wasn't. I actually wasn't. I wasn't even gonna give a candidate. I was just gonna say, is it time for me to ask for my apology yet when I said I like that Rudy Gobert trade to the Timberwolves and you clown me? Or should I wait?
We gotta wait next year because we definitely 1-for-1.
Okay. All right.
They was in the playoffs last year. Let me play in last year. They did nothing.
Okay. All right.
So with that apology, are you like how far they gotta go to get the apology? Or have they done enough already?
Listen, all they gotta do is make the playoffs again next year, and I'll apologize.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
cool.
all right. I mean, I don't expect them to win a championship. I'm not gonna do that.
I didn't say they was gonna win a championship when they made the trade. But I said I like this trade. I think this is going to make them a very, very one of the top tier teams in the West, and it's starting to trend that way.
And then last year it wasn't at all. It didn't start that way at all.
It didn't start that way at all. And
the play-in.
It may have had some hate in there too, but I believe the Nuggets, didn't they say that was one of their toughest series? I think it was some hate in there, but they said that was one of their toughest series. So
they said that.
Yeah, so we seeing, we shall see. What other one we want to go after? What other award we want to discuss?
You can do the most improved or coach of the year. Which one y'all want?
Most improved. I already said it was Jaylen from OKC.
Most improved. I can go that route. I can also you also go. To me, I feel like it's the most improved because his name wasn't headlining like it is this year with Tyrese Halliburton. To me, he was nice last year. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying he was scrub or nothing like that, but he's headlining. And once again, we in the winning culture. That team is 6th in the East, and I can't even name 3 more players on that team besides Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? But him and Rick Carlisle and that fast-paced offense that they run, that every time I watch Indiana, they get a rebound, they find Tyrese and they run. They going. So he is literally what makes that team go. So maybe his name is too big for that award right now, but him or Jonathan Kuminga to me.
Can I shoot? I was gonna say Kuminga. I want to go ahead and just throw one out there for our guy, man. What about Tyrese Maxey?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good pick too.
Like
I mean,
because to me, he kind of stepped in. After the Harden trade, he has really stepped up. And and even with Joel out, he's been doing his thing. So I definitely think Tyrese Maxey, he has propelled himself to me as the favorite.
I like that. I like for to go from people that like I said, Jalen Williams, like I said, his scoring was terrible, not terrible, but he was young. And then now be a 20-point store. But can we rewind? And I'm definitely so disappointed in myself. Bro, we went and had a whole MVP discussion and we didn't bring up Jalen Brunson not one time.
Yeah.
I get, I'm not sure about how you got disdain for the Knicks. I don't have any disdain for the Knicks. I know we know some Knicks people that they are annoying. I get it. But for the fact that we didn't mention Jalen Brunson in the MVP discussion, we definitely should just wrap this up. Like we owe ourselves.
We overlooked that one.
We definitely owe them an apology. And before we go any further, I want to make sure that we mentioned that Jalen Brunson should definitely be an MVP candidate for sure. I don't care where you rank him, as long as he's an MVP candidate and deserves some damn votes. We can go. We can continue.
Yeah, Brunson was a great number 2 beside Luka. I thought that was a perfect matchup for them two. But him getting away from Luka is probably the best thing that happened to him.
Absolutely.
That unleashed everything. Like I liked where he was in Dallas, and actually it took Luka to get hurt in Dallas for us to kind of start seeing that potential. And then you compare that with Luka, it was good. But now that he done left Luka, it's a whole different ball game. So I think you're right. He should get consideration for that. And with MVP, it's that winning culture thing. But is it also that if they wasn't on the team or if they got hurt today, that team would not be the same no more?
That definitely holds a lot of weight.
Because if that was the case, all them years LeBron was in Cleveland, the second time around.
We know this.
Exactly. That's why, like today, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said Shea should win it because if Shea was not playing for OKC, they'll be fighting for a top 5 pick right now. And I was like, you can't use that argument because if that's the case, Braun should have been had MVPs.
But see, that's the thing, because when you're Jordan should just like that. Jordan should have won MVP every year. Braun should have won MVP every year. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, because to me, you're talking about the best player in basketball award in a sense, because you take Braun off of any team, they become
downhill. Yeah,
they become and even then, like you look at Luka, we've seen what it looked like. It's been a while, but when Kyrie's the number 1 guy, because he even wanted to be the number 1 guy when he was in Boston. And it just didn't look right, and he was holding guys back. So to me, you could have that argument with any team, but again, like I was saying, not even just that. You also have to look where that team is at. Also, that's why, like I said, Shea for me, what he's doing with that team, the inexperience on that team, and what they're doing, and the level of expectations that they've kind of just hopped over, to be quite honest.
But when it came to Braun, when voting fatigue is for real, man.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's why I say it's not like Braun, like some of those greats, they could have had it every year, but
like Kobe only got one.
Yeah, it just wasn't gonna happen.
Kobe only got one. Like no. He was the best.
That voting fatigue to kick in because Luka, not Luka, but Jokic is up there in the MVP running.
They want
you. He win 3 years straight. Well, not what was it? Was it 2 or was it 1 before?
It'll be 3 and 4 years if I'm not mistaken.
3 and 4. If he win 3 and 4 years, I'm gonna have a problem.
Sometimes I'm betting odds. They want you to bet.
Yep.
Right.
They draw you in.
They want you to bet. You got to take it with a grain of salt sometimes.
It's entertainment. Let's not forget.
Matter of fact, you a victim of this. TJ Watt was the betting betting odds favorite, right? For the defensive player.
Look, y'all been getting happy Jay Bess this whole time. Don't tick me off with that because y'all know good as well. TJ Watt's supposed to win defensive player of the year this year.
No, we don't. We don't know that.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I don't know that TJ Watt should have won defensive player of the year.
Well, he blew out Myles Garrett in almost every stat. Stats matter, right? No, stats just don't matter no more. We don't care about stats no more.
Which stats?
Look at the sack. Oh my God, look at the sacks. Just look at that for me real quick.
Okay, that's
long one out. If we look at the pressures,
okay,
TJ blew him out. If we look at total tackles in general, TJ blew him out. How further are you?
3. Okay, so what about pass rush win rate?
What about that's 1?
Okay, what about run stop win rate?
And you know what? Hold on, back.
Wait. No. You named your stats. Now I'm gonna name mine.
Go ahead, man.
So what about double team rate? So you got 3, I got 3, right? Okay, and so wait, not even Myles Garrett. Why should TJ Watt have won it over Deron Bland?
Oh, if you want to go Deron Bland route, that's because of all the picks, right? So that's to me that is 1 stat.
No, it's not. It's not just 1 stat.
How's it 1 stat? How's not 1 stat? 1 stat. We're looking at the interception. That's why his name was relevant because what he kept intercepting passes. Right or wrong?
No, it wasn't that he just kept intercepting passes. He was intercepting passes and returning them for touchdowns.
And taking them to the crib. Okay. Cool.
What's the name of the game of football? To get the ball in the end zone, right?
I'm so right.
I'm trying to figure out why you minimizing what he was doing. Like
I'm not minimizing, but it's levels to this. It's levels.
No. The level is getting the ball in the end zone. If you're deep, so when if you want to talk about analytics, what weighs more in your win probability percentage? Getting a sack or scoring a touchdown?
Scoring a touchdown. So your vote was Deron Bland over Myles Garrett. That was your vote.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. That should be okay. I don't have much pushback on Deron, but I have a lot of pushback on Myles.
So then why are you saying that TJ Watt was just a hands down favorite for
I said I ain't got much pushback. I got pushback, but I said I ain't got much pushback.
No, I got much pushback. To start this, you said TJ Watt was the odds-on favorite. He should have won it hands down.
He should have won it hands down. And you're talking to a Steelers fan who watches this man every week. All right, I don't just look at the highlights. Right, I don't just watch him when my team play him twice a year like you. I watch him every.
Oh, I don't just watch twice a year. I can show you every single team on that TV. I have every single game every week.
I got you, man. But I'm telling you, and I was about to push back on what you said about the double teams and the pressure, right? What does that matter if you don't get there? That's what my pushback was.
So that primetime game where the Steelers beat the Browns, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched the Steelers change their entire offense to go wherever Myles Garrett was, to go the opposite side. Y'all went straight the quick game. When y'all ran the ball, y'all went the opposite way. So guess what? He made you run your offense so he couldn't get there.
No doubt. TJ does that. I'm pretty sure Michael Parsons does that. They don't.
No, because TJ's on the same side every single time, and they run the ball to him. They drop back. They do their 3-step, 4-step, 5-step. When Myles Garrett is moving all around and doing crossovers and getting sacks, guess what? He's doing that when they're not trying, like they're doing everything in their possibility. I'm not trying to downplay TJ Watt, but what I'm saying is just because he has those sack numbers doesn't mean he is the defensive player of the year. We've seen Aaron Donald win it because guess what? We've seen the disruption that Aaron Donald caused, and when Aaron Donald got defensive player of the year, TJ Watt had more sacks than him, but I guarantee you, Aaron Donald, God damn, Aaron Donald won that running away because of his impact.
Before we get up out of here, I just want you to remember, y'all played the Titans this year too, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking to Jay.
We did. That was his best game of the season.
Okay. Did you remember when the Browns played the Titans?
That was yeah. I'm saying that was Miles' best game of the season.
So you remember the play when they got to delay a game because two tight ends was following Myles Garrett wherever he was going?
Yeah.
Y'all played the same. That's what I'm saying. Y'all played the same Titans, and no, they didn't do that.
All right.
That's the impact. That's the impact.
TJ play outside linebacker, and Miles play DN. That's
Miles plays everywhere on the defensive line. There's a difference.
Everyone, that's what I'm saying. I think it's easier to move DNs than it is to move outside linebackers. To me, that's your side. To me, that is your side. I don't remember James Harrison playing on. He's always on the right side. He was never facing the ball. He was always on the right side, never on the left side. That you don't. I don't think you move outside linebackers around like that. On top of that, every time you drop back, is it not a tight end or a running back chipping on TJ every time? Is it not? That's a part of disruption.
Is it not on Miles too?
It is. That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking nothing away from Miles as a player. I'm saying in the stat sheet, because to me that's where it's always been for defensive player of the year.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. If it was on the stat sheet, Deron Bland would have won.
But that's what that's the problem. It's become. I mean, it has become a sack award. The MVP has become a quarterback award. The defensive player of the year has become a sack award. So we thought, because if that was the case, TJ would have won. We don't know what's going on with the awards this year. Right. This year was
an outlier.
Yeah, everything. Like you just brought up. You said Lamar didn't have MVP numbers, but he won the MVP. You know, so we really don't know what was going on this year as far as the voting. But my thing with where we get out of here, I appreciate TJ. TJ lines up where he lines up every week and disrupts the game every week. You know what TJ gonna be at, and you still can't stop him. That's why I appreciate it. Like I said, it's no hate, no malice towards what I got on my side whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same for everybody else up here. It's all good. Look, I'm gonna be back during the season.
I'm just asking you because you said he should have won it hands down. So I'm just saying, if it's hands down, why is it so many hands up when it comes to other people?
I did this on purpose. I wanted to get a little spicy at the end because we know we were getting up out of here, man. Like I said, we're gonna be back when it comes to football season, close to football season. You're welcome to come back anytime you want to, anytime. And
I'll be back, no doubt. Yeah. Whenever you want me, let me know.
You know how.
So real quick before we go, can you pull up what Miss King just said? I think she said something about the Steelers, something delusional. I saw that.
Yes, I definitely want to hear delusional. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Don't just say wow. Say some words, my brother.
I disagree 100%. I'm not delusional about nothing with the Steelers. I keep it real 100%. I promise you. And Miss King, you know what? Go check out my podcast and you'll see that I keep it real all the time when it comes to Pittsburgh. I'm never delusional. I promise you that. So I'm not. Dallas fans are way worse. Every year is their year. I've never said the Steelers will win a Super Bowl since ever. I've never said that. But go ahead.
Who's going to be our quarterback next season?
I want Russ. That's who I want. Me personally. I'm okay with Justin Fields. I understand the Ryan Tannehill thing because of him and our new OC, the connection. I understand that. I don't want him, but I understand that. But it can't be Kenny Pickett. It just can't be. It can't. If it is, we're done. The season's over before it starts. But I want Russ. That's who I want.
Y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Jaylen, go ahead and promote your joint.
And man, check out Straight to the Point podcast. That's straight STR, the number 8 to the Point podcast. I'm on YouTube. I'm on IG. Also on Facebook. All right, Straight to the Point podcast. Your boy Jaylen Bess.
And we out.